nice warm welcome. It's my first race here as a pro. I've been racing here since I was 12 years old, so over 10 years now.
To say that Katelyn Tuohy started the year strong would be an understatement. She hadn't had the best season last year, but what she learned from it will be something that she could use, and perhaps already used, to further her career as an athlete.
Yeah, 2024 is a big year of growth for me. Definitely learned a lot about myself and managing my emotions and learning what it takes to overcome adversity.
The bottom line is this.
Definitely learned a lot that I can carry with me for the rest of my career.
The way she ran at the recently concluded Dr. Sander Invitational shows that she has indeed a better grasp of herself and her capabilities. As many of you are probably already aware, in December 2023, the North Carolina State star decided to forego the remainder of her NCAA eligibility to turn professional and has signed a contract with Adidas. In an interview, she shared how she felt while making the decision. It was like, should I do cross? Should I not? And then I was like, I have to do cross. I love it too much. I knew all season that this was going to be my last season, she recalled. It's been a roller coaster, but I guess my time has come. Arguably, she was more than ready for it. After all, Tuohy won 3 consecutive Nike Cross Nationals titles while she was attending North Rockland High School in Thiels, New York. And she developed a massive social media following. Note, however, that she didn't enjoy the attention or seek it out. At large invitational meets, teammates and coaches had to clear space for her to warm up, out of the view of other athletes and fans who wanted to take selfies and videos. Message board critics were quick to dismiss her as over the hill on the rare occasions she had an off race. Still, she maintained her excellence and dominated high school and collegiate running for most of the past 7 years. That is evidenced by the fact that she is a 4-time NCAA champion across the cross-country, indoor and outdoor seasons. The NC State star spent 3.5 years with the Wolfpack and has emerged as one of the best distance stars in the NCAA. Tuohy's personal best times over her NCAA career stand at 4 minutes and 6.49 seconds for 1,500 meter, 4 minutes and 24.26 seconds for the mile, 8 minutes and 35.20 seconds for the 3K, 15 minutes and 14.61 seconds for 5K, and 32 minutes and 56.75 seconds for 10K. In cross country, Tuohy clocked a 5K best of 15 minutes and 50.0 and a 6K best of 19 minutes and 8 seconds, the latter coming at the ACC Cross Country Championships in 2022. She won 6 individual ACC crowns over her tenure. She attributed her success to the people who helped mold her into the exemplary athlete she is. I owe a big thank you to the university, the coaching staff, the support staff, my teammates, and all of those who have been a part of my time here at NC State, Tuohy wrote in an Instagram post. Sadly though, Katelyn's debut as a professional runner after signing with Adidas was delayed for months by injury. That debut found her well out of contention for a medal, and much more significantly, out of contention for a spot in the 2024 U.S. Olympic team. Nevertheless, the North Rockland High and NC State graduate only had positive thoughts about running in the women's 5,000 meters in the U.S. Olympic trials. As a matter of fact, she ran well enough during the opening round to qualify for the final, clocking 16 minutes and 9.22 seconds for 4th out of 12 in her heat and 17th out of 30 overall. That occurred after the multiple-time All-American collegiate cross-country and track champion spent months away from the track due to a hamstring tear, then a back issue, and finally an IT band knee issue. She described the injury as scary and said it was caused by overuse. Despite it not being a technical success, she regarded her first trials as a good launch to the rest of her year, not as a passport to her first Olympics. I am glad I decided to go. I think it was a good learning experience, she claimed. I'm glad I was able to line up and give it a shot. While Tuohy still managed to reach the finals of the women's 5,000 meters, she failed to qualify for the U.S. Olympic team in Paris. A few months later, traveling to Europe for her first professional trip overseas, she picked up a bug and was unable to race in top form, finishing 4th in a mile race in Sweden and 6th in a 5,000-meter event in Germany. "My first trip to Europe, we had a setback there," Tuohy recently told reporters at Dr. Sander. "A couple of us got sick. It wasn't the best." Arguably, those experiences prepared her for her future races. Case in point, Katelyn Tuohy was in a New York state of mind in her first race of the new year a few days ago, unleashing the world's #1 time in the women's mile, with a time of 4 hours and 25.54 minutes at the Dr. Sander Invitational. In many ways, it was a brilliant start to the season and an apt rustbuster for the 22-year-old Tuohy, a 4-time NCAA individual champion for NC State University, whose 2024 campaign was anything but perfect. Ultimately, her first win of the year was a very good sign, as Tuohy, who trains in Raleigh with her former collegiate coach Lori Heens and a handful of teammates, was less than a second removed from her career best effort of 4 minutes and 24.26 seconds from this exact time 2 years ago. It was her second professional win, following her first in June at the Sunset Tour, where she ran 15 minutes and 7.12 for 5,000 meters, just about a month after her trials exits. Her recent performance reminded Tuohy that her change in focus was working. "I used to look at workouts and say, I ran this split," Tuohy said. "Coach Haynes has done a really good job at making me realize you can run the same split. It's not about running faster, but feeling better while doing it." After the race's first pace setter dropped off at 600 meters, the next followed suit at 800. Tuohy made a small miscalculation in that she thought the race only had one rabbit, but she rolled with the situation anyway, telling herself, "Oh, I'm taking this." The race at the Nike track and field center at the Armory also marked Tuohy's first professional race back in New York. The New York native said there was at least one benefit to running in her home state. "At least I know I got the Tuohys watching me," she said. "I like to think of it as home field advantage," she said, noting while multiple athletes come from the state, she knew well enough that the Tuohys were watching her. "My whole family was here," said Tuohy, whose younger brother, Ryan, competed in the high school boys 1,000 earlier that day. Notably, she will return to the same venue soon enough for the Millrose Games, a World Athletics Indoor Tour Gold Level series, where she is expected to compete in the 3,000-meter run. She confirmed that she will compete in the U.S. Indoor Championships in February, scheduled to be held in Staten Island at the Ocean Breeze track and field facility. Despite a bad first experience in Europe, the New Yorker said she wouldn't flinch if she made the U.S. team this indoor season. The World Indoor Championships are set for Nanjing, China, in March. Obviously, there are a lot to look forward to, for her and other athletes as well. At least, she started the year right. Do you think this athlete will have as great a start to the year? Watch this to find out.